There's probably one thing that comes to mind when you hear the name Charli D'Amelio, and that's TikTok. In March of 2020, she became the #1 most followed TikToker in the world, and for most of you, that's all she will ever be. However, her and her family have tried just about every career imaginable since their meteoric rise to fame, yet they are still known as being famous for nothing. Today we are going to look at the incredible story of a normal American family who was launched into fame for no reason, and how they are destroying their family trying to entertain an audience that does not care about them. The D'Amelios lived a comfortable existence in a traditional New England suburb. Their parents were already rich before the fame, as the sisters attended the King's School in Stamford, Connecticut, which cost $50,000 per year to attend high school. Charli describes her life before TikTok as normal. I would go to $1,000 per year to attend high school. Charli describes her life before TikTok as normal. I would go to school, go to dance, do my homework, and go to bed. It was pretty much like every other teenager's life. Charli downloaded TikTok like anyone else to distract their mind from the mundaneness of everyday life. She uploaded her first video in March of 2019, which was her and a friend lip-syncing to a random soundbite. She didn't expect anyone but her friends to watch her videos. Considering she had a deep passion for dance, competing as a competitive dancer since she was a toddler, TikTok was the obvious outlet to post fun dance videos, but she could have never predicted what would happen next. In July 2019, on her way to dance class, Charli posted a duet of her following the choreography of a user named Viral, and her notifications blew up during class. I had like 7 followers, but when she picked up her phone after class, she had 2,000. Although Charli claims she never wanted attention nor was trying to be famous, after her first taste of virality, she prioritized TikTok like someone who did it as a full-time job. She posted every day, sometimes multiple times per day, and very quickly she gained hundreds of thousands of followers. Although she was a skilled dancer, it's not like she was doing Jabberwockies level moves that would impress you. In fact, you wouldn't be able to tell that she was a skilled dancer from the mediocre moves she posted on the app. So why was she so popular? I want an explanation as to what happened, but I have no idea. I'm just doing what I do every day and posting it, I guess. It's very insane to me, as it is for everyone else watching. At the time, the app was dominated by young users. TikTok classified more than a third, roughly 16.6 million, of its 49 million daily users in the United States as being 14 years old or younger. Charli was 15 years old at the time, making her appealing to the age group of the most active users. Since it was working, she just kept posting, kept trying to grow and see what happens. But her being popular became somewhat of a joke. The Charli D'Amelio challenge was a huge trend where people would overreact to her incredibly average TikToks. In a never-ending ironic loop, people were going viral reacting to her videos, which made her even more viral, which led to even more people asking, why is she famous? Making fun of her became an easy way to gain millions of views, but some things she did were genuinely cringe, like her very first YouTube video intro.
Hey guys, it's Charli and I'm super excited to be sharing with you my first ever YouTube video on my YouTube channel.
As you can imagine, this became a huge meme.
Hey guys, it's Charli and I'm super excited to be sharing with you my first ever YouTube video on my YouTube channel.
Hey guys, my name's Jay. My dad left me at 6.
Oh! Today, I have AIDS. Yes, I know, a traumatic experience, and I probably will die in a few years, but still, TikTok for life. I have chlamydia. Both my parents are dead. I'm dead inside.
Making money on this app at the time, but in 2019, being a full-time social media personality was a realistic career path, so she definitely had that in the back of her mind and kept pushing along. Then one dance defined the rest of Charli's career. In October 2019, she performed a dance called The Renegade, which was a popular trend coinciding with the K-Camp song called Lottery. The simplistic moves made every teenager on the internet want to give it a try. She was already popular, but this exploded her to over 5 million followers on TikTok. Lottery became the first sound on the platform to reach 20 million videos. If you were unfamiliar with the app, you would think this was the only TikTok dance. Charli would post multiple videos per week doing this one dance. It is now 4 years later, and some people still only know her as the TikTok girl who does this dance. By the end of 2019, she had 18 million followers. Her sister Dixie had a few million followers, and even her mother and father had TikTok accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers. The D'Amelio family was a full-blown business now, and it was time to capitalize on it. Charli got to step into Hollywood and voice act in the animated children's film Stardog and TurboCat. The family signed to United Talent Agency in January of 2020 and began receiving massive business opportunities. Charli got to meet and collaborate with her idol, Jennifer Lopez.
J-Lo, and meet J-Lo. And hang with her.
She was also featured in a Super Bowl commercial for Sabra Hummus.
Okay, boomer.
Clearly, acting is not her strong suit, but the only talent that Charli brought to the table was doing the Renegade dance. However, she was incorrectly credited with creating the dance, as TikTok users referred to her as the CEO of Renegade, which would ultimately lead to her
When Charli and Dixie hit their first whoa.
related the routine without crediting the source. The Renegade was created by 14-year-old choreographer Jalaiah Harmon, who designed the dance in September 2019 and posted it to her Instagram, a month before Charli recreated it on TikTok. "I was happy when I saw my dance all over," she said, "but I wanted credit for it." What added to the uproar was that Jalaiah was a young black girl who many felt was being overshadowed in a market filled with white teenage girls like Charli and newcomer Addison Rae, who stole her dance and profited immensely. Unless you have a copyright for the dance, then nobody can technically steal it.
Where were you when Charli and Dixie hit their first whoa?
Charli, this controversy kind of went away quickly because the world got hit with the pandemic and had bigger problems, and Charli is asking for dino nuggets, the privilege this girl has. While their father continues to try and have an engaging conversation with James, the girls couldn't be less interested, picking and playing with their food. To cap it off, Charli made a comment about her follower count that rubbed James the wrong way.
Because imagine if I hit 100 mil a year after hitting mil.
Was the 95 not enough for you?
After the awkward moment, the girls try to close the show in the most unprofessional way ever.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching our YouTube video.
Thank you so much for
Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Thank you for watching the first ever and most likely the last ever.
Where were you when Charli and Dixie hit their first whoa?
Spoiled and famous for no reason. But ultimately, it didn't really matter, because she became the first person to surpass 100 million followers on TikTok, entitled to be given support every time they find a shiny new career they want to pursue. So people give hate to the D'Amelios because they get to waltz in any creative industry other people are dying to get into. They get paid more for mediocre work than experts in their field. So it's not surprising the world wants to hold them to the same standard as experts, since they are getting paid just as much as them. Charli became a New York Times bestseller after writing a book called Essentially Charli, The Ultimate Guide to Keeping It Real, which covered topics of identity, cyberbullying, social media, and body image, as well as Charli's childhood and family life. Best-selling author, voice actor, professional dancer, podcaster, YouTuber, clothing designer, makeup designer, chef, musician, all within 2 years of being famous. She tried everything, but who was start a reality TV show. The D'Amelio Show premiered on Hulu in September of 2021 and was an immediate success. It became the most watched unscripted series among all first season titles in the genre on Hulu. Season 1 was them, unsurprisingly, becoming famous and dealing with the overwhelming amount of hate. They even put hate comments on the screen whenever the girls do anything, waking up in the morning reading hate comments, trying to predict the criticism they will inevitably get. This is just giving haters more power and will ultimately make them want to comment more. But this is the only setback that the D'Amelios have ever faced in their life. On a Trimble of Washington Square News called The D'Amelio Show, a surprisingly humble look at TikTok's most famous family. You may be shocked to find that you have more in common with celebrities than you thought. Well, they were a normal family for 20 years and famous for 2 years, so it's not that surprising to think they are just like everyone else. But season 2 took a weird turn. They documented Charli's new burning passion to pursue a music career. Music was the outlet for Dixie to break away from just being Charli's sister, and since Charli was speedrunning every career path, you would think they would just let Dixie be the singer. But to make it worse, they lied to Dixie for months, claiming that Charli was at acting class when she was getting singing lessons. So when they broke the news, Dixie wasn't happy.
I was caught off guard and then expected to be like, oh my god, this is so perfect. You know what? Why don't you put this song on my album? We could do it together. Like, that's how they wanted me to react. And I'm like, guys, no.
Charli did end up releasing a couple songs that saw moderate success, and actually, Charli and her partner Mark Ballas won season 31. The other main theme about season 2 was how Dixie was in a toxic relationship with her boyfriend Noah.
How many times have you guys quietly separated and gotten back together over the last year?
However, season 3 gets even darker, starting with their father talking about the family's goals for this season.
Goals for this year, I would say what our goal is every year, to do no harm to our family,
Then they go on to make an entire season about Dixie and Charli hating each other.
You guys need me. Like, you act like you don't.
I don't need you.
Great.
You too.
You can find a ride home, you can walk home, you can pay
find
half
another
your
ride.
rent. Okay?
Who?
Anyone else?
I have Uber.
Great.
This was just what we see on camera. Charli says it's even worse off camera.
Like, she doesn't really see how she could even, like, be the problem. Like, the cameras see a mild version of it. Like, no one actually sees how it is, like, all the time. I am her human punching bag.
He has genuine disdain for Charli.
I made her.
This wouldn't be the first time Dixie plays the "I'm better than you because I'm older" card.
I get, like, for you, it must be really exciting because, like, I always came in first, and, like, now you finally have your time to shine.
No, I think it's so cute that you riding on my coattails, like, really worked out for you.
No, I mean, like, that was your whole life. I mean, 2 years compared to 18, it's, like, really different.
Yeah.
A normal, pretty non-problematic family, which for the sake of humanity is great, but for entertainment, it's stale. All of their controversies are nothing compared to most celebrities, which, again, that's a good thing. The Kardashians maintain their fame through calculated publicity stunts, drama, sex tapes, contractual relationships with men who are A-list celebrities, having children. You have to intentionally create conflict or your show gets canceled. We usually deal with celebrity nonsense because they offer something of value in return. Kanye continuously disappoints his fans, but he has created so much great music that they will block out his antics and praise his art. Similar things can be said about Shia LaBeouf. Families trying to force themselves to be something they are not, and it may be destroying them.
Where were you when Charli and Dixie hit their first whoa?